Okay, we are back now with a dramatic arrest in Miami Beach. Olympic sprinter and two-time medalist Fred Kerley charged with police battery after a confrontation with officers. The incident captured on body cam video, which we want to warn viewers is disturbing. Here it is, the video showing Kerley being tackled by officers, and then he's eventually hit with a stun gun. You see that right there. For more details on the arrest, I want to bring in Marissa Parra. Marissa, walk us through what happened. Do we know why Kerley initially approached officers?
Hey, Tom. So we're learning new details, and a lot of this centering around that police body cam footage that you were just looking at on your screen there. What we do know is it happened around 11 p.m. on South Beach last night. It started with an exchange of words. This is also according to the arrest report that centered on his parked vehicle. He was speaking to officers before he was wrestled to the ground and struck last night, had a stun gun used on him. But you could see in that body camera footage, what you can see, which isn't, of course, everything that led up to that exchange of words. But here you can see and you can hear some of those moments, the violent moments that happened when everyone took to the ground. At one point, a police officer asked the Olympian to stop resisting before saying later, quote, "I'm going to tase him." At this point, Tom, bond has not been set for most of these charges so far yet, Tom.
Yeah, walk us through again. Remind me, what are the charges that he's facing in connection to this?
Yeah, and this might get a little confusing. So the charges that we saw last night, initially battery to a police officer, I'm reading these off, that is a felony. Resisting an officer without violence to his person and disorderly conduct / breach of peace. But there were some new charges added today. You might have seen this: strong armed robbery and domestic battery by strangulation. But his lawyer, who I just spoke to in the last half hour, says those charges are unrelated to this incident last night. Those stem from an alleged incident earlier last year. Kerley is still in custody as we speak, remains in custody because of those new charges in that arrest affidavit, Tom, awaiting a bond hearing tomorrow morning.
That's strange that the case was last year, considering that he competed in the Olympic trials and then was in Paris as well. Have we heard anything from Kerley or his lawyers as far as, are they going to fight this and what goes on from here?
Yes. A great question. So just to recap, for those who don't know, you mentioned this is an Olympian. He won bronze in the men's 100-meter dash in the most recent Olympics. And this is something that, of course, his attorney mentioned in court today. It was a heated court hearing. And we have a statement in part. He called this an overuse of force in court today. And he said in the statement, quote, "It just goes to show that no matter how hard you work, how many medals you earn for your country, and how many people across the globe you inspire, in Miami Beach, Mr. Kerley was treated like millions of African Americans, male and female, around the country, with a lack of humanity, compassion, or respect." We are also hearing from the police union for the local police, and they did say in part that Kerley, quote, "had an opportunity to comply and decided to violently resist." So certainly something we're going to be staying on top of, Tom, as we sift through all the details. We know that there is a bond hearing tomorrow morning, and as I mentioned, I did speak to his lawyer, and his lawyer says he does expect him to be released tomorrow, but clearly something that's just getting started, Tom.
Yeah, a very high-profile Olympian there. Okay, Marissa Parra, we